think I'm back. I think. Don't know if you guys can see me. Hello there. I'm going to take that as an affirmative. Even though on my own screen I cannot hear myself. I see myself. Okay, that's better. Just give me a second again to get my own chat back up. Because otherwise it's very hard for me to communicate with anyone. Okay. You guys can hear me, right? Two minutes, 57 seconds, and 88 milliseconds. Or is that centiseconds? Sorry, Paul. I know. I failed. Okay, I'm actually wired in now. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Cheers, Dina. How's it looking? Just let me know how it's looking.
Fuck. There's another one.
Nice. So, somehow I completely forgot about the wired connection and I should have gone for it all along. I'm going to go ahead and say you cannot, like, stealth kill these guys. Much better. Nice. But I'm darned well going to try to stealth kill him. Oh, look at that backside. Isn't that just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Yeah, you're right. It actually does look a lot better. Hi. You're not that hard. But I do have very low health. Good. Good. I'm glad. We finally found a half decent looking
Fuck these assholes.
way of doing this.
Did they get you? No, I'm clean.
Oh snap, you're just gonna sit there and draw a picture.
Is that what they called them? Yeah. Where the hell does
So I was wrong that they weren't gonna add any more.
I don't fucking know. But they're disgusting.
Okay, those weren't too hard to kill though. What else can I craft right now? Just a whole load of bombs. I would really very much like to be able to craft more health kits. Yeah, sorry guys, I really should have thought of trying to go wireless before. Wireless? Wired before. I bet that's actually going to really improve my controller ability as well. Come on, there's got to be something around here. Come on. Nothing at all. Emergency, maintenance only. Please follow all new Fedra protocols. Your supervisor will have the latest up-to-date manuals and safety information. There's got to be something around here I can loot. Come on, game. What am I playing this game for if not loot? You're right, this does feel a lot better even for me just on the PS4. 4? 5.
Ugh, look at those acid burns. No, I'm good.
Mmm, tasty. That's a gun. Please, give me your ammo. I swear I remember people saying to me that this game was gonna like really drop a whole load of ammo. Even in survivor mode. Talking of which, Talking of which, this is reminding me, don't I usually have survivor mode on here? I'm guessing we're going through that... Ooh, hello. That grate next. Yes, 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 yes. I will take a health kit every day of the week. Nice, nice, nice.
Let's see where this takes us.
Yep,
Take
just
your
stand
time.
there.
Almost done. Okay.
I mean... Oh, snap! That is a heavy grate. That was also a pretty cool effect, if I'm honest.
It looks
More
clear,
games should really do that.
as far as I can see. Good. Shamblers? As if the others weren't bad enough.
Oh boy, I hope I don't have to face too many
Guess
more of
that's
them.
nature for you. Yeah.
I guess they
nature's
could be
an
a bit like the
asshole.
bloaters, where really you only saw them about 2 or 3 times in the whole of Last of Us 1. Why do I get the feeling this is too quiet? I'll take that though. I will take more ammunition. I will also take half a pair of scissors. Sure, why not? Okay, Doge. So, basically I realized, or people pointed out to me, the error of my ways, that I had my PS5 on wireless internet. So I restarted the stream to make it all wired in, and now it seems to be running a whole lot smoother. It's actually really quite nice now. Or at least I feel like it is. Is it still good? Blah, blah, blah. Is it still good quality for everyone? Buttery smooth. I'm glad I finally found the sweet spot. Maybe this setup is okay for me after all. I don't like the fact that I still can't see the chat very well, but you just got to take with what you get, haven't you? So, Dr. Daniela Starr, home planet Earth, brains 100, brawn 60, affiliation Future Alliance. Recruited by Spock, Century 22 out of Titan's best science academy, brilliant Daniela Starr was assigned to the Ion Engine development team. Under the watchful eye of her colleagues, she came up with plans that exceeded everyone's wildest expectations. But when she learned her superiors planned to use her technology for energy weapons, she scuttled her research and fled to Ganymede. Now, under the protection of the Future Alliance, she is on the verge of developing mankind's first faster-than-light vessel. You know, for a while I was thinking that these were all just like superheroes, and I was thinking some of these people just seem to have very boring powers, but I've just realized that what this is, isn't it, is these are all the characters from the comic books that Ellie was or Joel was collecting for Ellie in the first film. This door was not open before. I'm gonna have to guess that Dina decided to just arbitrarily go through it. Thanks, Dina. Okay.
Hey,
Ooh,
doesn't this
hello.
look like the lady from the Scar graffiti? Yeah. Why do you think the wolves call them scars? After the shit we saw today, I'm not sure I want to find out.
I'm getting a bit turned around here. These corridors all feel very samey to me. I'm not quite sure if I'm backtracking at the moment or not. But I guess anywhere where there's a door.
Shit.
Ooh, hello.
Needs a combination.
Right, okay, somewhere around here there'll be a combination then. Couldn't possibly be here, could it? Hey Dewey, forgot the code again. Get me a soda and the code is yours. Miraculous survival in suburb thought abandoned. Lower Queen Anne. Military forces were surprised yesterday to discover a whole community alive and well. Well, surrounding neighborhoods were entirely overrun with victims of the cordyceps virus. I've not spelled cordyceps correctly on my thing, have I? Whatever, I don't care. Cordyceps infection has been ravaging the nation. These survivors have managed to keep their streets and home clear all by themselves for the past 6 months. Found just days away from running out of food. It's a story worthy of being called a miracle. The community members anonymously credit their survival to one woman. More than just any ordinary prepper, she had luckily stocked her bunker for her entire neighborhood. When asked what answer, she said she had had vision of the catastrophe, attributing the outbreak to a divine retribution. Other survivors were quick to agree. The darkness she guided us, had the foresight to gather. She knew you'd find needed to do what. When soldiers wanted to stay, only requestee last them through unprecedented danger to the Quora refused while. Unique will MG. That is an article right there. Okay. Hang on, there was something else in the vending machine. What was in the vending machine? Was it it wasn't the statue. Get me a soda and the code is yours. Is that just them indicating that it's not as simple as just looking at something? I mean, there was something in there. Thought I just heard some glass smashing over there. Oh, hello. Here, what's this? What is this? Oh, okay. Just health. Fine. Nothing in here as well, I presume. There's not another vending machine over here. Oh, there is another vending machine over here. Right, okay. This seems a little bit over the top. The code is 152 ? And enough hints. If you can't figure the rest out, I'm with the wrong man. Enjoy V. Okay. You should be here somewhere. Obviously, cat. If there's ever 2 numbers missing, it's got to be 69. And if there are ever 3 numbers missing, it's 420. Clearly. Okay. So what else do we know? This code is clearly based off something. A word? A word turned into numbers? If you just convert them to letters, you get A, E, B, but that doesn't seem to say anything. If you can't figure the rest out, I'm with the wrong man. Can I... This code is clearly based off something. Yup. Doge, I mean, I'm sure you're saying that because you reckon I should just brute force it. Excuse me, but I reckon there is a way of working it out. Of course, I guess it could be one of those where you can only press each letter once, in which case there's only 2 possible combinations. Yeah, it is. 1, 5, 2. Let's go for 3, 4. Okay, I guess it's 1, 5, 2, 4, 3.
Yes. How'd you do that? Magic. You're my favorite.
Hello? Hello there, Mr. Ammo. You'd been holding out on me. Who leaves bullets in this place, though? It's like... What is it? This must be just like employees for the underground or something. That was incredibly elaborate animation for just picking up a piece of rag. Okay, so I only need half an alcohol left. Half an alcohol. Ooh, hello. Did I just see something up the top? No, maybe I didn't. Half an alcohol and I get another medkit. I can't believe there was a time when I had 2 medkits. 2 whole medkits. It feels like such heady halcyon days. I don't think I've seen that emote before. Oh, it's your rusted coin. That does look nice. I do like that. Hang on, I definitely saw... Oh, right, that... yeah, I don't need to go back in there. Been in there already. So I guess we're just progressing up this passage? I guess it was worth my while going down there. Clearly I can't get through here. Not with one single barrel in the way.
There must be a way around.
There would never be a way of pushing that out. I hate managing health kits. I don't mind managing health kits, honestly. It's not the most fun ever, but as a mechanic, I'm okay with it.
Shit. Shields. We got this.
How many of them are there? One there, one over there, one in there, I think. I can't easily kill them now. I guess I could... get a little bit bomby. Where is he going? I can't see his path. Okay, so if he dies to 2 shotgun shells to the face, one of them has got to be okay, surely. That's if he ever comes back the way he just went. You're really bad at survival ammo conservation stuff. In fairness, I am playing this on survivor mode. think I'm okay. Nope, maybe not.
Watch it!
Maybe not. Oh, okay, where did you come from? Get off me, damn dirty zombie! Okay then. Okay then. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this then is going to be to make a couple of these. And I'm just going to go full ham with the bombs first, I think. Okay, apparently I'm doing it that way. Back up, back up, back up.
To your right!
What? That's one of them down at least. Ow.
Let's go!
Well, yep, that clearly worked. I really need to get rid of that abandoned stealth for this game. Okay, more of this, apparently. Okay, so apparently I can't chuck these. That's kind of annoying.
Watch it! Watch it!
You've got to be dead. Oh, he kills himself. Of course he does. Back up, back up. Okay. I'm still waiting to actually have to fight dogs in the first place, Abby. I was told that there are plenty of dogs in this game, but so far that appears to be a lie. Whoa, get out of the way, Dina. Okay, so that kind of worked. 1, 2, Dina, frickin' move.
Heads up!
Unfortunately, that runner is going to sit. Now I just stay out of the way when he explodes himself, so I don't take the damage this time. Nope. Back up, back. Oh, come on. Is there a lethal combination? Just one runner and one shambler. Yes, of course I'm waiting to kill Alex.
Fuck! Watch out!
Now you do it again. Okay, there's more of them this time, apparently.
Here!
Double team! Go! Why do the spores hurt us so much? I'm struggling to understand this. Is that it? Is that all of them? Usually they all talk if they're all dead. But she has gone into a relaxed stance.
Okay. I'm
Good,
ready to
okay.
get out of here.
So, non-stealthing apparently worked. Thank you, Rusted. You have provided me the solution to this area. Animals are people too. Oh yeah, where's their right to vote? I don't see any dogs standing for Prime Minister. Clearly it was the wrong approach. I mean, it worked, Doge. I'm alive and they're not anymore. Disprove me if you can. Okay, 1 bullet. I've got 1 bullet back. Station access. That is almost certainly the place I need to go. So let's explore everywhere that is not the station access. That's clearly not opening anytime soon. Oh yes! Hang on, what's this? What about Churchill? Oh no 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 no. But well played. Well played. We have a dog and a cat mayors of towns in Alaska. That's very true. Well, I'm sure that's very true, Rusted. But we are talking about Alaska here. I don't think we can place too much store in what goes on in the US of A. If I look hard enough, there's probably someone who's made like a Colt revolver at the mayor of a town somewhere. Where am I going? Ah, yes, exit. Thank you for pointing me to the exit. In fact, I would be surprised if there hadn't been any, like, guns made mayor somewhere. What's the time? 5:30. Not too bad. Thatcher wasn't even human.
There.
Risking going heavy on the politics today. Well, this looks like it ended in a bit of disaster. How long until I get the there's a word that finishes that sentence. The holster that allows me to have both pistols at the same time. I've been waiting for that for a while. Okay, yeah, so Incendiary. Just about when you last talked, someone pointed out to me that I hadn't double checked if I was if the PS5 was wired or not, or wired or wireless internet.
Some kind of train crash. Thanks, Sherlock.
So yeah, I went and checked my settings, and lo and behold, I needed to I could just plug the PS5 into the network, and that has made everything run an awful lot smoother. Like, it's pretty much fixed all the graphical issues. I guess the issue was I was being stupid, really, and expecting somehow that my PS5 communicating wirelessly to my PC, which was then communicating down to the router to broadcast the signal, would not be a massive loss of
they
signal.
kept these running past Outbreak Day.
It was nothing to do with wires.
I see some light up.
Well, it kind of was to do with wires. Off and on works every time. Abby, you can keep going on about turning it off and on again if you want. But we both know that was not the real solution.
Dina?
I know that you're trying to prove that you are like IT master guru. Ooh, quarter more alcohol and I can craft another medkit. Tech support wizard, yep. If you keep going along this line, of course, I will expect you to fix every single thing of mine that ever goes wrong. I'm gonna guess, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess we're almost done with the zombies, because I feel like we've had a fair few sections now.
Hey, let me get you up
Is
there.
the PS5 on? Cheers, Rusted. I needed to check that. Thank you very much for, you already know the solution. What on earth would I be without you guys? Like, seriously.
Come on.
I just don't know how I can
Okay. Let's rally.
get through each day
We're almost
without you
up.
guys pointing out every
Lead on.
slight little failing of mine and mocking me mercilessly for it. Sane. Oh right, what would I be without you? Yeah, that's probably an answer. That is probably actually a valid answer. Whoa! Here we go. Me mockery? Say it, Doge. You are incapable of mockery. You both know. Hi. That's it. Just make as much noise as possible.
Ellie, your mask. Here, we can share mine.
Somehow,
No!
busted.
Don't do it!
Somehow.
Ellie, stop! Ellie, stop! What?
Oh, here we go.
No!
Here we go.
Ellie,
Here's the
no!
reveal.
I'm not infected. I'm immune.
Here's the
I'm not
reveal.
coughing, do you see? Fuck. Dina,
Oh,
Can
good.
you
We're
run?
running away
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
let's fucking go! Go!
Oh. What?
Motherfucker!
That's kind of your fault. You got him. Whoa! Hello. Nom. Then you spend your weekend looking to be mocked because of a need to be deprecated. That is it.
Let's fucking go! Go! Run, Dina!
This time, go up the stairs correctly.
Ellie!
Right here! Don't slow down!
So there's going to be a few of these running away segments in this game.
This way! Hurry! Fuck!
Whoa.
Go right!
Oh, good. Some of
Come
them.
on!
Ina, get better at climbing over gates. She can really sprint when she wants to.
Go!
Get your hands off me, you dirty zombie! Well, that somehow worked out quite well. Get wrecked! I feel like I should let Tark tell you. Hang on, what's this? Oh, how do you make predictions? If you really want to, Doge, you just type in /prediction. It's very self-explanatory. It's incredibly self-explanatory. I guess that means I have some kind of boss fight coming up or something.
Hey. What do you say we rest in that theater?
I say
That sounds so
loot
fucking good.
sounds better than resting in that theatre. Thanks, peeps. Oh dear, what on earth is Doge going to make as the prediction? Hang on, is this an invisible wall? Let me try that again. Now I turn around. No, mentally I cannot bring myself to approach that van. It's... a van killed my mum when I was young. I can't bring myself to go closer. I can bring myself to ruin my voice somehow. Let's see how far can I go in this direction before I hit the same invisible wall. I'm going to guess the edge of this grass. Oh, no, it's still going. We're still going. Okay. What's all this about then? Why was there an invisible wall that way? And oh, here we go. There's our invisible wall. You're basically in an interactive cutscene. I refuse! I'm determined to break out of this cutscene. No, I don't want a hint. I know that the game wants me to go in the theatre. I want to avoid going in the theatre. There's loot. I can smell the loot. That is a very ineligible sign. That is like the lowest resolution sign I've seen in a long time. The driver of the van killed your mum, or she died by driving it. Vans don't kill people, people kill people. No, it was a van. It was a sentient van.
Almost there.
Fine, I concede defeat. I will go where the game wants me to go.
I got you.
So, Incendiary, how many times have you played this through?
Got it.
Stephen King. The only answer to a bad guy with a van is a good guy with a van. Perfect.
Alright, we're good. Come on.
Oh yeah, the old creepy theatre. Absolutely fine. On my second playthrough, New Game Plus. Nice. What difficulties did you play on? Also, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was your day been, Canadian? I guess it's probably still only like lunchtime for you. It's so worth it. So what have you found different on the second playthrough?
You want to tell me what's going on with you?
Are you finding extra stuff, or is it just a case of
What's going on with me?
being better at the game?
Ellie, I just saw you breathe spores.
I'm just going to let this play out.
I told you. I'm immune.
Okay, you're immune? Come on.
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was bitten and nothing happened.
The chemical burn.
Maria and Tommy and Joel are the only ones who know. Knew. Now you know.
Played normal the first time, now you're playing with modifiers, trying to play a harder level. What modifiers did you put on? There's a lot of them, I've seen that.
Get you infected if that's what you're worried about.
I'm curious as to how you set your game up.
I can't make you immune either.
That's cool, Rusted. That's cool. We've got an awful lot of North American viewers here at the moment, or at least 2 or 3.
Can you say something?
Ellie. I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, snap, okay.
What?
They do start young
Don't worry,
in
it's not
2033.
What are we?
Oh, right, you're in Florida. I figured you
what are
were
we supposed to do now?
Euro.
Nothing. I just need to rest for a second.
Doge, we
How
just
long have
addressed
you
that.
known?
She just said, don't worry, you're not the father.
I was late a few
Or
weeks
something
ago.
like that.
A few weeks? We could have still turned back.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
Suddenly it's got all Amnesia Rebirth. Doge, you need to go back and study biology. Whereabouts in Florida are you, Incendiary?
Make sure this place is secured. You just rest.
On my own again. There's something on the road again. I know this song very well. I'm going to say after that, basic game design suggests that they'll slow the pace down a bit. So I'm going to say I don't have too much to worry about in here. Obviously I should keep my eyes open though. Cassandra,
Wonder how
an
many people
American
die in this
tragedy.
play.
Probably all of them. Panama City, Florida, northwestern Florida. Nice. What's it like in Florida at the moment? I know a guy from, I think it was Tampa. Oh, needs a key, was that? Needs a key, yep. I know a guy from Tampa, which is not too far from there, is it? I'm pretty sure he was desperate to get out, though.
Pregnant?
We just got through a psychotic hurricane season here in the Gulf of Mexico.
Like that?
Yeah. I'm not sure I would ever want to, like, live in a place that was incredibly prone to bad weather events. It just seems like asking for trouble. Okay, we've got another rope segment. I see. What are we going to be doing with this cable? That cable is... That's probably power. I'm going to say that's power. Oh, hello. That could be a medkit. Yeah. Medkits. Okay, what's going to... This is going to explain the puzzle we've got, I guess. I don't think they're coming back. They're not coming back. I either got ambushed or they ditched me. It's not my fault I got sick. At least the fever's gone, but now I'm frickin' starving. Could probably raid the buildings nearby for food. Then see if I can raise someone on the radio. 2 days later. Constant rain means at least I won't die of thirst. Unfortunately, it means making the electricity conk out all the time. Makes it kind of hard to use the radio. Not like anyone's answering anyway. The WLF can't have hit all the Fedra listening posts. No way. Need to keep trying. The next day. Dreamt they were laughing as I slowly bled out from a gut shot. Woke up an hour ago, still shaking. Need a cigarette. You think there'd be a pack or two stashed here in a frickin' theatre, but apparently not this one. Power went out again. Gonna head to the roof and see if I can get it back on. Oh, okay. I'll be heading to the roof then. You'd love to leave Florida.
Someone was living
Out of
here.
curiosity, how old are you, if you don't mind? So, okay, so we're going to be doing some radioing, are we? Guess that's what we're doing.
Need to get the power going.
There's a door downstairs we need to open. I also need to go to the roof to get that powered on. More than one objective in a building in this game. 36. I mean, the world's your oyster at 36. Interesting. I'm not locking that down, am I? I like how she puts her hood up. That's a nice touch. I'm not, you know, not pressing or anything, but any reason you haven't taken the opportunity yet? You just like saving up money or trying to get a better job? 30 is the new 20 anyway. You say that, Doge, but we all know that you're 69. Hi.
Damn.
I guess
You
this
a
guy
fry?
sorted himself out.
Guess
Nice.
you weren't much of an electrician.
Neither am I. Ellie, don't talk before you've actually, yeah, put your money where your mouth is and so on.
Got it.
69 at heart. It's good to know. I had my birthday. I'm feeling old. You just had your birthday? Well, like this week? Happy birthday. If it makes you feel any better, there are a number of us here who aren't too different in age to you. Still need to work out where the key is to that door downstairs. I don't know whether I should do that before or after trying to use the radio. I'm gonna guess I can't, like, jump over here or anything. I could move anywhere for my job since I work at home, but my husband's job is another story. We have to figure that out before moving. Ah, I see, right, yeah. That's fair enough, that's fair enough. Yeah, and Paul, 33 for me as well. You already know that, of course, Paul, but yeah, no, I think there's quite a lot of people in their excuse me, in their 30s these days, all around on Twitch. It's not a young man's game only. So yeah, I'm gonna try and find that door key to the room downstairs before I do that thing, because I reckon that'll be a cutscene and it may press the story on. September the 4th, me, Perez, Green and Adams made it to the listening post 2 days ago, and so far so good. WLF haven't come looking here yet. The city's lost to the WLF. We escaped. The city's lost to the WLF. That's interesting, because all the stuff that we were reading in Downtown was talking about how the WLF were taking over. Interesting. So does this mean that WLF were like losing control pretty much as soon as they took over? The city's lost the WLF. We escaped headquarters out of sheer luck and good timing. Torres, Ward and the others are probably dead, camping here. Grateful to be alive for now. September the 6th, can't sleep. Burning up with a fever, no medicine, looked everywhere. We don't have anything except the uniforms on our backs. No contact from anyone on the radio either. How many of us made it out? Still feverish, don't have any big cuts, so probably not an infection. The others are waiting until nightfall, then making a run to the hospital to get medicine for me and supplies for wherever we're going next. They're good guys. Shouldn't be taking this long. So either they all died at the hospital.
No one else is here.
Oh man. It's like playing pillow forts. So either they all died at the hospital, or they just decided to leave her. Ooh, snap. Oh, snap. Yeah, look at that headset. Nice. Oh, stealth. Hello. Hello. Craft silencers, you say? I will take that instantly. Oh, it makes shots silent until it breaks. Of course they break. Why would they not break? Listen mode clarity. Enemies seen in listen mode show up in sharper clarity. That's sounding very nice. Everyone is suddenly hang on, what? Why, Tuck? What now? There are a number of us, and I apologise, Cat. I'm sorry, but you count now. You count. You can't take it away again. So people are celebrating the fact that I've now got silencer. Have I? Oh, so this, I'm going to guess that this is going to pretty much revolutionise the game. That would be very nice. Move faster while prone. Yeah, that could be okay. Increase the durability of crafted silencers. Okay. And faster stealth kills. That would be so good. That would be like the greatest thing. So I am just going to go straight down this tree. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Can I craft one right now? Heck no, I can't. Oh, good. Oh, good. It requires rags as well. That's fantastic. So silencers are going to be great, but they are going to pretty much prevent me from crafting medkits. I hope it starts, like, showering me with rags. If only there was a silencer in the first game. I thought the first game was alright, in honesty. A combination of the bow, which when I was streaming I could never fire accurately, but I swear I can fire perfectly fine other times. And stealth kills and so on made it actually pretty alright. Where's this key? Beyond. Real name, Imani Graves. Brawn, brains even, 80. Brawn, 40. Affiliation, none. After a near-death experience that left her in a coma for 2 weeks, this seasoned detective found that she could cross from our world to the spirit world, allowing her to communicate with the dead. now known as Beyond. She splits her time between solving murder investigations and serving as a spiritual medium for grieving families seeking closure. However, her forays into the spirit world are clearly hastening her demise. She looks considerably older than her 35 years. How much longer does she have? So I'm suddenly getting like Randall and Hopkirk Deceased vibes from that. Don't know if anyone else remembers that show. UK show, obviously, so those North American viewers probably won't, but played the first game 12 times now. Whew! Have you played it through on Grounded Incendiary? Also, did you talk about your which settings you decided to go for? Too young, Doge, you're 69. How can you not have heard of it? It's it was Bob Mortimer and Vic Reeves. Basically, they the whole theme was that they were a detective partnership, and essentially one of them died. I can't remember which one, and became a ghost. So the one who was a ghost would then use his ghostly ability to like walk through walls and so on to help the other one solve murders and other crimes. Although I think it did have like a supernatural element, like they ended up coming up against like other ghosts and so on who could like nullify their abilities and make it more of a match. I did a bunch of custom settings for New Game Plus. Turned them on and off, just messing around with them. I tried the infinite crafting. Infinite crafting? Is that like just like you can make anything without needing any materials? That sounds super fun, but very easy. I tried the one-shot kills, but it made the game too easy. Man, I'm currently sitting here on survivor mode, barely having anything to do. Not anything to do, but anything to like work with. I wish I had all that stuff. That sounds so nice. Infinite melee weapon ability was fun, but also too easy. Yeah, I can imagine. Okay. Mordum, real name, Mort Marquez. Brain, 60, brawn, 40, affiliation, none. 16-year-old Mort Marquez lay in a coma for 10 days after a horrible car accident, remembering nothing, save for the visions of a cloaked skeleton giving him a scythe. Upon waking, he learns of his ability to make any living thing he touches wither and die when he inadvertently kills a family cat. No, not the cat. RSPCA %. Both the Society of Champions and Spark seek him out, the former hoping to keep him away from the general public, the latter to use him for bioweapon research. Mordum is on a path to find answers. Why was he cursed with these morbid powers? If I were a key to a door, where would I hide? Come to think of it, if I were a door that needed to be opened, where would I be? Because I've completely forgotten where this door is. I'm sure there was some door on the ground floor. Hi. Oh, it was this one here, wasn't it? Under the plant pot. Yeah, that sounds likely. Where would I be? I'm guessing it's probably upstairs. What I don't know is whether it's going to be something I can only get after I've done this cutscene, which it may well be. But the thing is, if I do the cutscene and you can get there before, it probably means I can never get in there again. I'm guessing... I was going to say this game has to have no shiv doors, but then this game has no shivs. So it can't have shiv doors. Let's see, we've got Fjordson, and we've got Identify Me. Fjordson, the Vanishing Mummy Act. Nice. I would happily watch something like that. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Taking the byways. If I were a key, would I hide behind the bar? Probably not. What kind of a key would hide behind a bar? Thank you. Taunting me with my own emote. Thank you, Abby. I appreciate that. I'm just going to check upstairs again, just in case I didn't look hard enough up here. I feel like... Ooh, hang on. Back up. I feel like in other games it would be possible to, like, go across there and up, like, onto there and climb onto the sign and, like climb through that window or something. I like how she puts her hood up for the rain as well. That's a nice touch. Can't climb on that box there. I don't know why. It would have been a nice touch if that guy had the key, I think. This is an Assassin's Creed. That's very true. That's very true. Was everyone there when I mentioned before that I finally made myself a Discord? I don't know. I need to get my head around it. I need to work out how it's going to run and everything. But yeah, I've finally made myself a Discord. So if anyone does want to drop in, they can do !Discord. Did it? There we go. We'll see how it works out. But it's just going to be a very bare bones thing. But we'll see. People have constantly been asking. Hello. There we go. I'll take some of that. People have been asking me a number of times when I was going to get a Discord, so I felt like maybe it was finally time to think about it. Ooh, hello.
What's this?
I was kind of hoping I was going to get some, like, country or some rock coming out there. Just make you admin. Doge, you've been given enough responsibility. I'm not sure any of us trust you with the mod abilities that you've got right now. Incidentally, one of the things in the Discord is a place for suggestions. If you have any ideas about other channel point redeems or things you'd like to see.
Right.
Theoretically, games could be added as well, but I do have a channel point redeem already to suggest games. But yeah, I'm just generally being quite open about everything. If people have any ideas, I will always listen to them. It'll be interesting to see how many people have
Wow.
picked up on the
Joel,
have joined by the time I finish my stream.
In this place.
You've left an idea. Cheers, Doge. I hope it's a good one. Unicorn Princess. Unicorn Princess, much as I am loath to admit it, Unicorn Princess is already on the list. Sick Habit. What a name for a band. That is a band and a half right there. And they're giving their money to charity. Hang on. What was on the flip side of that? Yep, sounds like pretty generic songs for that kind of group. Doge's suggestion is great, actually. Fair enough. I look forward to seeing what he suggested. Is it the kind of idea which is going to derail streams even more? Because I'm morbidly curious about them. Hey, yup. Hey, Pharaoh, how you doing? Your friend asked me... Hang on, I will read that out after this cutscene.
No way.
Oh, snap. Guitar percent. She's going to go and play it on the stage, isn't she? They had to shoehorn in as much of the old playing guitar mechanics as they could. Which song am I going to get DMCA striked for today? Wagwan! I promise, Pharaoh, I will read that in just a second, but I want to listen to this. Actually, no, hang on. This isn't going to happen until I play, so let's see. My friend asked me why I was carrying a cricket bat around the house. In case of Decepticons, I said. He laughed. I laughed. The toaster laughed. I smashed the toaster. It was a good... Oh, I do like those. I do like those. Yeah, how you doing, Pharaoh? I was just saying I have finally made myself my own Discord. Finally gave in to the inevitable. Been DIYing this afternoon. What have you been DIYing? Also, how can I mess this up? How is my random spamming turning out to actually be okay to listen to? Oh, I'm actually supposed to be playing the right notes. Whoops. Okay, here comes the DMCA strike. I'm definitely going to miss out on the secret achievement. What is the secret achievement? Kitchen drawers are installed, and the botched job from the last owners fell apart ages ago. I've been doing the job properly so I can install a pair of drawers inside a cabinet. Nice. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, snap. Flashbacks.
It's starting to sound like something.
Joel, he gets to feature more.
Just need to build up your calluses, that's all.
Man.
All right, come on.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure I can associate with building up
I'm gonna start
calluses
guessing.
being a stringed instrument player.
You want to spoil your surprise now.
I don't know. Is it a dinosaur?
Stop trying to guess. I ain't telling you.
Cheers,
All right.
guys.
Is
Thank you for not
it-
telling me.
An elephant?
Now I will never know.
Is it a convertible?
You're not gonna guess.
Is it a puppy?
Is it a unicorn princess?
Is it a lot of kittens?
You mean a litter?
What's a litter?
A bunch of kittens. Mind your step.
I got it.
Oops.
Somehow I saw myself going in the water at some point. I'm now going to make Joel feel really bad by drowning. It would be a fantastic touch if he actually did jump in to rescue. What on earth is that matter of reflection? Okay, I'll surface. Exactly. Exactly fair.
You should see your face right
Hey, Law, how you doing?
now. You're not gonna drown.
Uh,
You gotta work on that confidence, kid.
I will tell you after this cutscene.
Yeah, keep laughing, old man. See what happens.
This way.
It's worse.
Okay, so Law, basically, hold L1 to swim faster.
Swimming's getting
You're
better.
not going fast enough.
Remember
Go
now,
better.
don't just
Okay,
play
so
on the
Law,
balance.
basically,
Close the water, with the
PS5
polearm.
was just
Blah, blah, blah.
dying a death. Well, it
Glad to
wasn't
know I'm
dying,
getting
but basically, apparently, it's just not good for streaming. Like, apparently, like one of the components superheats
See that deer over there?
and basically ruins the quality of the image when it streams it.
Yeah,
It's still okay to watch yourself,
I see it.
Yeah.
but it was making
Looks like.
it was
How's
making
that
the
feel?
quality of the streams unwatchable.
Refreshing.
Yeah, it's not nice getting pushed in, is it?
Well,
So I
Actually, we need to
spent
swim through
several
this part
hours throughout the
anyway.
day trying to work out alternatives,
I
and
got
I've gone
you
back to
You're
remote
angry
play
and
streaming.
upset.
I'm very angry.
So
and
yeah, I'm
upset.
actually going
Now,
through
come
the
on.
new PC right now.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Gonna
new
need to
PC. I
dive
built a
under
new
here.
PC this week. So I've had a
Take a
new
deep
console
breath.
and a new PC in the
Yeah,
space
I
of a
got
few
this.
days. It is very sparkly glowy. Yeah, this is going through slobs right now.
Is it my 6th grade history teacher wanting to apologize for being a massive dick?
I beg your pardon?
My friend and I would argue whenever he called the Fireflies terrorists. We got a lot of detention.
You know, you really need to stop letting people rile you up.
It's hard when
I
they're
don't think that's
dicks.
ever gonna happen.
Point still stands. All right, got another dive over here.
Because
Taking me.
if there's a way of full screening it, I haven't worked it out properly. So I still have the Windows bar at the bottom of the screen and the like the minimize, maximize buttons in the top. So I've put bars around them to even it out.
Is it a new pair of sneakers?
How many of those do you?
But yeah, today has been a bit of a
Not enough.
ride. There's been a lot of struggling today. I almost didn't stream today because of all the problems.
There.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm done guessing.
So in my
good.
room, I've got a TV on one side of the room and a PC on the other.
But,
The
like,
TV
is
has
it
for a long
a
time been
massive
wired
comic
up
book
to be a second
collection?
monitor.
No, wait. A new DVD collection?
Yes.
That's which one?
Just yes.
How about laser discs? I heard that's a thing.
Yeah, so yeah, my TV has long been cabled up as a second monitor, but it's on the opposite side of the room, so obviously it's not very easy for reading at the same time. So I've just got remote play going through. Oh, snap!
Oh, shit, Joel.
Where
We
you-
found Jurassic
Oh
Park.
my god, it is a dinosaur!
That it is.
Joel!
Surprise.
Holy shit. Oh, it's a motherfucking dinosaur.
Oh man, this is bringing back so many Jurassic Park memes. So they do move in herds. Yeah, so it's not easy for me to read chat. I'm still reading chat off a off
King
my
of
Chromebook.
The tyrant lizards. That's a big boy.
So yeah, I'm still a bit slow off it. It's annoying because the PS5 actually had a really good ability. I'm gonna climb this thing. The PS5 actually had a really good ability to show chat on the screen. Wow, you actually
doing?
can climb it.
Ellie, be careful.
I'm climbing a dinosaur!
Yeah, I can see that.
Frickin'
Just
amazing.
Don't die falling off of one.
Look at me! I'm on a motherfucking dinosaur!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing?
Hey,
Don't jump.
Marmol
climb
Rihoso, thank you
down.
for following. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's not easy for me to follow chat and everything. Am I going to jump off this thing?
Ah!
Hey, hey!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, wasn't it awesome?
It's awesome that you didn't break anything.
Should we do it again? Let's do it again.
That was awesome.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? What's the good one? Bueno. Gracias. I am not very good at Spanish, unfortunately. And hopefully you are good at English, because pretty much all of us speak English here, so it would be a lot easier if we could. But yeah, let's stick to English if we can. Do a flip. If I can, I will do a flip. I'm just going to spam buttons and see what happens. Come on. Do a trick. Do a trick, Ellie.
Ah!
Oh, she wouldn't do it. Again. Best fun I've had in this game so far. Let's go for a third. No, I'm not joking. I'm joking. To a 360 no scope. I don't have guns. I don't have guns. I can't.
Wyoming Museum of Science and History. How did you find this place?
Can I not jump up on there?
Maria. She told me about it. Figured it'd be right up your alley.
Wow,
Think
look at
right.
that invisible wall. Oh, there I can get in.
What's this?
It's a book?
Makes no scope easier with no
It's a
gun.
dinosaur book.
Trouble with The Last of Us is that I saw Ashley
Okay.
Johnson and other things before I knew of Last of Us. So I basically only hear Ashley Johnson. Is it? I thought it was Ashley... I thought it was something else. I looked this up yesterday because it came up in a conversation. I thought it was like Ashley Rush or something like that. I don't know, maybe she got married, I know. I think the actress is considerably older than Ellie is.
Oh, look at those talons.
Yeah,
is
I
a
can see that,
velociraptor.
especially since Ellen Page has been in quite a few
Actually,
video games as well.
It's a Deinonychus.
Pretty sure these are velociraptors. Yeah. I mean, at least that's what they called them in this movie I saw.
Nice, that's a nice reference there. So you can crop the image down rather than using black bars. Yeah, actually, thinking about it, I can understand how that would work. But I mean, the other thing about this law is that, like I say, I spent several hours of mainly frustration trying to get it all working, and it was just one thing after another that was either not working or I was doing stupid things on, or basically it was just, this morning was not particularly fun. That's not this morning, this early afternoon. So by the time I actually got this working was about
hello, sorry,
5
the
minutes before the
dinosaurs are
stream
busy
was
right
supposed
now.
to start.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here. Joel, it's for you.
Very funny.
Marmol, that's fine.
That was pretty funny.
I will
Did you get it?
try
Joel?
to speak
Oh,
a
I
little
get it.
slower
Okay.
so that you can understand better. But no, your English is good. Your English is much better than my Spanish. Oh yeah. Compies.
Compsognathus. Whew. That's a big name for little guys.
Yeah. They'd swarm you.
I think all of our English is bad.
Did you see that in a movie too?
Actually, yeah. But a different one. See, there's a sequel. Wasn't as good.
Oh, I love this part already. This is fantastic. I'm presuming that this is all just made up. But you never know. They could all be real people. Vegans for Trees Foundation. Gals with Guitars, Inc. Step back through time to over 65 million years ago when dinosaurs and other prehistoric giants roamed the earth. In our Giants Pavilion, you'll see full skeletons on display. See how you'd measure up next to our own Triceratops, Winnie, and don't forget to look up. There are pterodactyls circling. Afterward, head into our annexes to get our hands on with fossils of footprints, feathers, and more. Yeah, English is pretty important, yeah. My English is entirely acceptable. Pharaoh, your English is pretty good, except the fact that you love to throw puns at everyone.
Whoa, this one's brain was the size of a walnut.
No, no way. Looks like you two have something in common.
Ooh,
Oh,
burn.
good one.
You speak bad Englishness too. Ginge, there's no hope for anyone who lives in Cornwall. You might as well just, like, cut yourself off from the rest of the mainland. It was a big deal, right, when in Last of Us, when they wanted Ellen Page. I didn't actually hear about that lore, or I might have done, but I might have forgotten about it. They created her likeness anyways. Yeah, actually, I can imagine that being a bit of a story that blew up. I think she tried to sue and they made some changes. Yeah, okay, I can kind of see that. I might actually go and Google that afterwards, because that sounds like an interesting thing to read about. And there no dialogue for the Brachiosauruses?
Triceratops means three-horned face.
You would not want to be on the business end of that horn.
Oh yeah, because I guess the little knobbly bit on the front is also a horn. I was going to say, where's the third horn? I will take a look at that afterwards. That's interesting. Cut yourself off from people. Just need to figure out how to separate the county.
The Dimetrodon was an apex predator.
You're going to join Mebian Kerno, Ginge.
Apex predator.
Hey Luna, how you
The
doing?
most badass predator.
Pretty short for that.
Wait, were you talking about me?
She was annoyed because she was working on a different video game when they did it. That was probably like Beyond Two Souls, I guess. But yeah, Luna, how you doing? Luna, you might be interested as well, and Ginge. I don't know if you were there before, but yeah, finally I made myself a Discord. Finally, I've made myself a Discord. Thank you, Canadian. I thought that might get dropped. Yeah, how you doing?
Gallimimus's name means chicken mimic. Who names these?
Scientist.
I see you, Marmal. I see you.
They're dumb.
Abby! Abby, you didn't need to drop those bits. I appreciate that, but you didn't need to drop those. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. What Tark Discord? Tarkist Dungeon! I had to kind of pick that name. I mean, there may still be better jokes out there. I may change it to something more punny.
Brachiosaurus ate
Doge!
600 pounds of
Thank you
plants
as well
each
for the
day.
bits.
Ooh,
Oh, sorry. Did
imagine
I think,
the
Mom, I
hooves.
think I did see before when you
Yeah,
followed.
there's
Did
one
I?
scene where
Well, if I didn't, I
the
apologise.
one that has,
But thank you, Marmal.
that's a
Thank
big
you.
amount of shit.
What is this movie? And
Yeah,
when can we see it?
I thought that might
Anyway.
get brought up.
When we get back to Jackson,
Chances are I'm probably not going to stream Darkest Dungeon because it's just, I'm not... Whoa! Hype train, what? People are suddenly dropping bits all over the place. What's going on? I've had entirely too many hype trains recently. This is crazy. I like direct, but I don't understand. Lore! Lore! Crazy! What are you doing? Mao, gee, what?
Brachios.
You really didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that, but you didn't have to do that. Man! Ginge, Cal, Apo, Marmol, Incendiary, congratulations. Oh yeah, just guys as well. You may not... I didn't advertise this very well, but Sorry, yeah, and Cat's heading off. That's cool. Sorry, no, yeah, I see you later, Cat. Sorry, I'm kind of caught in 3 different minds here. Yeah, I'll catch you again, and thank you for dropping by. But yeah, guys, so Doge as well with more bits. What's going on? And Pharaoh and Ginge. Sorry, cheers, thank you. Sorry, yeah. So last week I finally qualified for the 3rd emote. I got to 25 sub points. So I have promoted this Smort. If anyone wants to drop it to show everyone. I have promoted Smort to T1. So now I have... Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now you guys all have 3 emotes. I climbed the T-Rex several times. Doge again. And Abby. And what's going on? Why are people dropping so many bits? You guys are all going too crazy. I really appreciate it, but you don't have to keep dropping all these bits. 4 emote. Hang. I think I still have about 5 or 6 points to go before I get there. So no, and I would have to work out what I would even do for that, because I don't have any more like sub badges like saved up for if I hit them. I would actually have to go looking for more emotes. Talking of which, if anyone on the Discord wants to recommend some ideas for new emotes, we hit level 2 hype train. Gee, guys, you don't have to be like this. Apo as well. Thank you, Apo. Yes, Marmo, you got a sub. But yeah, no, thank you guys. You're incredibly generous. I was not expecting another hype train at all. But yeah. My past... Don't worry, Marmol, it's all good. Make me an admin. Doge, no. But yeah, so yeah, I guess at the moment I don't have to fill them. But I need to come up with some more ideas for T2 and T3 and who knows what else. So if you guys have any more ideas for emotes as well, feel free to drop those in the ideas.
How about that?
But yeah, so, well, thank you guys. This is crazy. 2 lots of, like, I think that's 2 hype trains in 2 weeks. I wasn't expecting that at all. If Doge gets a promotion, does that mean you get to be mod? Ginge, you can push. You can push, but like blah 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 blah. Like I say, you've got to pass the test. I'm gonna make like a mod exam that has to be passed, and it's gonna be brutally hard.
Superhero cards. Seems like they were popular.
I'm never getting a promotion, mod lifer.
What's the little creature thing?
Okay, the Nighthawk, real name, Jerry Lavelle, brains 80, brawn 80, affiliation, Society of Champions. When a freshly minted Air Force recruit find himself caught in a skirmish between Spark Aerobots and the Society of Champions, his quick thinking ended up saving the day. With his arms and legs wounded in the battle, Dr. Stem created a set of energy wings for his arms and energy blades for his shoes, allowing him to cover both land and sky at absurd speeds. Together with loyal greyhound Ezio Aldatore, the small-town kid known as the Nighthawk scours the world for evildoers, always ready to dive back into action. Do existing mods have to do the test? Of course they do. And, of course, laterally, the results will be published everywhere, so that everyone knows who scored highest and lowest. Just like every fair test, you know? There's got to be naming and shaming. Results posted on the door, exactly. That's it. Do your neck exercises. This is going to give you a crick in the neck, because you're not supposed to do them in circles like this. Oh, okay, I can do this as well, can I? Yep, that looks nice. Looks like we're making like Dark Souls ugly shepherd characters here. Oh yeah, that's good. Nah, that's boring. Some of those are pretty creepy. I test them out. Only if you want to be a mod, Luna. Cheers, cheers, Kirsty. That's cool. I will catch you again. Apparently, me dum-dum. No. Anyway, I'm not really going to put a mod test in, even though it would be fun. It would be a laugh to see how everyone would do. That is a hefty old footprint. That is a heftier old footprint.
Velociraptor. Joel.
Oh snap! What happened now?
The one you were talking about.
We actually.
The Velociraptor.
Oh, okay. We hit hype 2 to level 2. I got a moat. Nice.
Don't trust the movies, I guess.
Choo choo. What's this emote like? I like that. I might have to use that. We'll do a test when your camera is up and running. Fair play. Yeah, you got me on that one.
Kinda looks like Tommy.
I'm telling him you said that.
Please don't. Catch it in the right light. Boom. Tommy.
Yeah, yeah, Marmol, yes. We understand you.
Whoa, this one looks like a bird.
Well, actually, paleontologists...
Oh, it's got feathers! It's got feathers, guys!
Well, excuse me, Mr. Professor.
I happen to know a thing or two.
We got to start the campaign to get Jurassic Park redone with all the dinosaurs covered in feathers. I want to see my flapping Tyrannosaurus Rex fights.
How about that? Huh.
How about what? Where are you, Joel? That's cool, Law. In fact, I need to head off myself. That's a good point. I needed to finish at 6:30, and we've just kind of hit that point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go upstairs. I might as well just see if there's something dialogue for this. Ooh, hello.
Here we go.
Nice.
M'lady. Okay, yeah. I'm going to get to the top of these stairs, see if a cutscene happens.
Did you go to museums a lot?
And then I'm going to save there, because I think I need to finish at this point.
I swear that girl dragged me to every damn museum in Texas.
Sounds like a good person. I'm okay with that. Right, yeah, okay. I need to wrap up there, because I have other plans. Tark, check Discord. I will check Discord immediately. Whoa, I've got a whole load of messages. Yeah, I've got plans. Unfortunately, I've got other things I need to be doing, not least of which is eating next. So yeah, this has been good. It's been good fun. But I will be continuing this. Now that I know that this works, I will be continuing this like this tomorrow. 3 o'clock UK time is pretty much when I start, except the fact that I'm always about 15 minutes late. So 3:15 UK time is when I start. Yeah, but it's been good fun. Thank you for everyone for dropping down. Dropping by. Thank you for keeping me company. There is a race tomorrow. That is a good point. Isn't the race at like 5 o'clock or something? Thank you, Abby. Thank you for the taunt. I appreciate that. That's cool, Doge. That's cool. I appreciate that. 6 AM for Canadian. Oh, it's at 2 o'clock our time. Fair enough. Well, these things happen. We'll see what. But let's be honest. By 3 o'clock, we'll know who's going to win the race anyway. If Hamilton is still driving, he's going to win. So yeah, let's wrap up there. And how's about... I don't think I have... I don't think I have raided Becky before. Or at least not for a while. So, how about we go and raid... Actually, let me just check that she's still streaming, because I have raided channels which have finished before. But how's about we go and raid Becky? Yeah, cheers, Doge. I appreciate that. If any of you have the emotes, then please do drop that raid message. Yep, exactly like Doge has just done there. So, yeah, so I will be continuing tomorrow. It's been good fun. I will catch you again. I will see how many people have joined the Discord and what crazy suggestions Doge has been dropping in there, and anyone else. But yeah, thank you guys. I will catch you all again tomorrow. Have a good one.